Hello there everyone and welcome back to how to make a mod in Tmodloader 1.4. In today's episode we're going to be creating a workbench that will work like every other workbench in the game, and we're also going to create a custom crafting tile that we can use to create our own stuff that won't be used by vanilla stuff in the game. So the first thing we're going to do is create the item for our workbench. So I've already got the graphics here. So inside placeables, I'm going to do add new class, and I'm going to call it tutorial workbench. Now you need to add mod item. Make sure that you're adding the using directive you need. You're going to override set static defaults. We're then going to do the creative item sacrifice catalog. Now you'll notice that there are three namespaces here. There's il.terraria.gamecontent.creative, on.terraria.gamecontent.creative, and the default terraria.gamecontent.creative. You always want to make sure you're using this one. The two above will throw errors, and I believe by default it will keep trying to put the IL one. So just keep that in mind if you're getting errors or not getting the results you want. So now we've added that, let's do the override set defaults. Start with the item width and height. Then item dot use time and use animation, we're going to set to 15. Our use style is going to be item use style ID dot swing, item dot auto reuse equals true, item dot use turn equals true. Scroll down a bit. Item dot max stack equals 999. Item dot consumable equals true. And now we're going to set this up ready for the tile. So we're going to do item.create tile equals mod content dot tile type. And this is going to be called, it's going to be under tiles dot, and then it's going to be called tutorial workbench. Now with workbenches, you can create a strip of them rather than having to create a graphic for each tile that is. So I'm going to make this the place style of 0 and save. We did something similar with bars, but this time we're going to do it with workbenches. So let's now create the tile. Inside the tiles folder, create a new class called tutorial workbench. Let me just move over to the tile code. Okay. You want to extend mod tile. I'm just going to get rid of these other namespaces. Then we're going to override set static defaults. I'm going to add using Terraria up top. Also going to add using Terraria.data structures, using Terraria.object data, and using Terraria.id. So in set static defaults, first of all, we need to set up the tile properties for the main and handling the drawings. We can do main.tile frame important of type equals true. Main.solid top equals true, so you can stand on top of workbenches. Main.tile no attach of type equals true. Let me just get rid of this namespace as well. Main dot tile lava depth of type equals true, and main dot tile table of type equals true. Then we do tile ID dot sets dot disable smart cursor of type equals true. This disables smart cursor interaction with this tile. So when you're using smart cursor, instead of it focusing on the workbench, it will focus on other tiles instead. Tile ID dot sets dot ignored by NPC step up of type equals true. This prevents NPCs from standing on top of this tile if they step up on it. Add tiles equals new int array. We're going to pass in tile ID dot workbenches. Close that off. So edge tiles is adjacent tiles that this is linked to. So we're telling Terraria that this tile is part of the workbenches. So when you're telling Terraria to use workbenches as a recipe, it will use this tile as well. So you don't have to add a custom add tile tutorial workbench to your code in order to get this to work. Now we need to set up the object data. So tile object data dot new tile dot copy from tile object data dot style is 2x1. Tile object data dot new tile dot coordinate heights equals new, and this is 18. And then finally tile object data dot add tile of type. So we are copying these existing style of 2x1. Then we're telling Terraria that each cell in our graphic, the height of it is 18 pixels. And then we're adding this to the tile type. Next, we're going to add to array reference to tile ID dot sets dot room needs dot counts as table. So this is just telling the room generation, well, not room generation, the room requirements that this tile is a table. Finally, add map entry, new Microsoft.xna.color. I'm going to do 200, 200, 200, and then create map entry name. With that, we've now created our set static defaults. Now let's create the kill multi-tile. So this tile does have multiple options. So I'm going to do int tile type equals mod content dot item type of content dot items dot placeables dot tutorial workbench. I'm also going to change that to item type. Yeah, I'm just going to return this tile type because we only have one right now. So we can do item dot new item, new entity source tile break. Scroll down. And we're going to pass in I and J, which are the X and Y coordinates. I'm also going to put these on different lines. You pass in I times 16, J times 16, then 32 by 16, because that's the width and height. And then we pass in item type to say this is the item being dropped. Let's save that. And now let's go and work on our custom crafting. So inside placeables, create a new class. This one's going to be called Tutorial Custom Crafting. Actually, before we do that, just ensure that the item.create tile is correct for Workbench. Let me just get some stuff here. So we're basically just going to copy and paste everything from our Workbench. So I'm just going to get rid of those. Going to copy the using directives. Just copy over all of this. Get rid of the item.place style. And we're going to just do the tile to tutorial custom crafting. I'll keep everything else the same. That's fine. And pretty simple. After copying and pasting code from our previous one, because we haven't actually changed anything, we can now create our tile. So again, in tiles, create a new class, tutorial custom crafting, and extend mod tile. Unfortunately, we can't just copy and paste from our Workbench. We've got to do everything by hand. But I am going to just copy and paste over the using directives to save time, because we are using the exact same ones. So again, we do tile frame important of type equals true. Tile type main dot tile no attach of type equals true. Main dot tile lava depth of type equals true. Those are the only ones we're going to use for this. Then we're going to do tile ID dot sets dot disable smart cursor of type equals true. Now for the object data, tile object data dot new tile dot copy from tile object data dot style, and this is a 3 by 2. Tile object data dot new tile dot coordinate heights equals a new array, and this is 16 by 18. Tile object data dot new tile dot coordinate padding fix equals a new 0.16, 0 and 2. Finally, tile object data dot add tile of type should. Then we do the map entry, and again just going to do 200 200 200. Create map entry name. Pretty simple. Override kill multi-tile. This time item dot new item. Let me scroll down as well. Oops, do that. New entity source tile break ij. I times 16, j times 16. This is 48 by 32. And then we're doing mod content dot item type of items dot placeables dot tutorial custom crafting, and then we can save. So that's everything we need to do for that. Just ensure this is correct on here. So let's just jump over to our tutorial bar, and we're going to change the recipe, because we are no longer going to create ore with a furnace. We're going to use our new custom tile. So we can do dot add tile of tiles dot tutorial custom crafting. Also, I've got the file name wrong for this. Let me just add in a T here. That'll set that right. And now if we save, this bar will now use our custom crafting bench. So let's jump over to Terraria, which for some reason has closed. Okay, so now we're in Terraria. Let's go to our workshop, develop mods, and then build and reload our tutorial mod. Let's hope there isn't any errors. There shouldn't be, because I fixed the file name. Now let's jump into our tutorial world. Let me just move my reference mod stuff away. And we're going to just go into our mod, tutorial mod. We need our workbench, custom crafting. While we're at it, let's grab our ore. Okay. Let me just destroy this one. So as you can see, this is our custom workbench. I can place it down. As you can see, I can't place it on top. Can't place it there. I can only place it on top of tiles. And as you can see, I can create these pumpkin platforms. That wasn't a good example because I forgot you can create those. We could create some walls and doors and the chair using this workbench. We didn't have to change anything in the vanilla code to do that. And our custom crafting, as you can see, got it here. And you can see we can create our tutorial light bar using that. And if I just place a furnace down, you'll see we won't be able to create our tutorial light bar through it. So I have put that far too close. Let me just move this over to here. We can only create our reference mod. One is a pain when I have my reference mod enabled because I use the same reference between the two. But I'm trying to keep them separate. But this is the reference mod one, and this one here, tutorial light bar, can only be created with custom crafting. So that covers it for creating custom workbenches and custom crafting tiles. In the next episode, I'm going to be covering, I believe, global classes, which means we're going to be modifying vanilla items, vanilla NPCs, projectiles, and tiles maybe. I can't fully remember what I've got down, but I'm going to be doing that next. We've also got custom furniture coming up and custom ranged weapons. And until then, thank you everyone for watching. Hopefully you have found this helpful. If you have, be sure to give this video a like and subscribe if you aren't already. Until the next one, thank you for watching and goodbye.